Good morning, chemistry students. My name is Mr. Adam. This is chemistry. Today is the 7th of May. It is a Thursday, and it is a day 1 in our rotation. So, good morning, everybody. I know I didn't have a daily video for you yesterday. I didn't get to come go see you yesterday, but hopefully you got a chance to watch that Build a Molecule activity video. So, I put a lot of work into making this project for you guys to try to make it fun and engaging and something that you guys will want to do to kind of get creative and have a little bit of fun in chemistry again. So please make sure to watch that video. Please make sure to read through the activity, and hopefully you're starting to gather some materials, pick your molecule, and you're ready to go for that. So that project, again, is due next Tuesday. If you do that, if you submit the picture of your molecule in your presentation, your video, your PowerPoint, then that will be in place of the quiz on Tuesday, and you will not have to take that quiz. So it's a good incentive, I think, to do that. I will be coming out either later today or tomorrow with an example of what that presentation should look like. So I will do one example of a poster or a PowerPoint that you could make, and one example of a video that you could make sharing those molecules and what you need to talk about in that presentation. So please look forward to doing that. If you have any questions on that, if you're not sure exactly what that is or what we're doing, make sure to check out that activity on the Google Classroom. Make sure to ask me questions, email me questions if you have them. Okay, so that's the first kind of announcement. The second one is that tomorrow we're going to have our class meetings again, our live class meetings. Now, we didn't actually have an official one last week. I had our regular office hours, but the week before that, only 2 people total showed up to that. So last week, I decided to skip it, give you guys a week off, in hopes that maybe we can come together this week and get it done. So I am going to ask you, please do show up for those. It's been a while since I've seen most of you, since I've seen most of your faces. I'd say I've seen about 25% of you so far on live video meetings, which just isn't enough. I miss seeing you guys. So please try to show up to that. I know it is optional. I know you don't have to be there, but I would appreciate if you would show up for that. We can talk a little bit about the project. We can talk about what's going on in chemistry, going on in your lives, what the end of the year is going to look like. We'll talk about all those things. So show up for those tomorrow. Again, we'll do our normal time. So second period we'll do 1:30 to about 2 o'clock. Third period we'll do about 2 o'clock to 2:30. Fifth period we'll do 2:30 to 3 o'clock. And eighth period we'll do about 3 o'clock to 3:30. I'll send you out an email tomorrow about those, reminding you about those. Okay, so on to today's lesson. So in today's lesson, we're learning about this thing that's called Receptor Site Theory. Again, big scientific words that we might not know exactly what they mean altogether. We might know the definitions of some, but not others. So let's break down what receptor site theory really means. Okay, a receptor. And that's kind of the big scientific word. But what is a receptor? What does it mean to recept something, right? So if you get a receipt at a grocery store, right? A receipt is a list of the things that you received. For those of you out there who take Latin, it actually comes from Latin. The third part of the verb for receive is receptor, or whatever it is. So receptor means to receive something, okay? So we're talking about a theory in which something is being received, okay? So the second word is site, S-I-T-E. So it's not the site that you see with your eyes, but rather it means the site where something is, right? A website is a place where information is stored. So when we talk about site, we mean a specific place, right? A specific place where something is happening. So we have a specific place where something is being received. And then that last word is theory, okay? What is a theory in science? A lot of people think, oh, it's just something scientists say is true, but it's not necessarily true. It could be proven wrong at any minute. And it's true that we do revise theories and we do change them over time, and all theories aren't always going to be true for all time. But a theory is just an explanation for what happens, right? A law is something that we know happens all the time and that we can observe and see. A theory is an explanation for things that we observe, right? It's an explanation for why we think things are the way that they are. Now, theories are still based on a lot of evidence, and they're based on things that we can see. They're based on the evidence and observations that we can see, but they're crafted as an explanation that we can't quite directly observe, right? So, those three things together receptor site theory means we are receiving things at a specific place, and it's explaining some sort of phenomenon in our lives. And that phenomenon that we're explaining is smell. So this receptor site theory is talking about why do we smell things the way that we smell them. So let's break it down a little bit more, right? So, smell. What are we receiving when we smell things? What do we say has to enter our nose and then connect to our brain in order for us to smell things? We've been talking about them for a long time now. Cat, stop it. We've been talking about them for a long time now, right? What do we have to receive in our brains to smell things? We got to receive these molecules, right? So, in receptor site theory, we are receiving molecules, okay? So we are receiving these molecules into our nose. I can't actually put this molecule in my nose because it's way bigger than real molecules. But we're receiving these molecules, and we know from the discussions we've been having that these molecules have very specific shapes, okay? So this one's a stringy shaped molecule. This one we said, I think this is the ball-shaped molecule, right? This is the ball-shaped molecule here. And then this one over here is the frying pan-shaped molecule. So these molecules have very specific shapes, and so our receptors are going to have specific shapes to be compatible with those molecules, okay? Second word of our theory is site, right? So a site is a place. And in this case, our sites must be specific for each kind of molecule, right? So if we have a stringy molecule, our site is going to receive this molecule, and it must be specific to the shape of this molecule. It has to be tailor-made for a certain molecule. And this is where we come in with the property of lock and key, this theory of lock and key. What lock and key says is that our receptors are the locks, and the keys are our molecules. So if we have a lock, right? A lock like on a door, it has a specific shape that only takes on a certain kind of key. So whatever shape that lock is, it's only going to fit one kind of key. And when you put the key into the lock, then they fit together and they form this kind of shape, right? And this kind of shape says that when they fit together, you're going to have some sort of smell, right? You're going to experience some sort, kitty, get out of here. You're going to experience some sort of smell or, sorry, I lost my train of thought. You're going to experience some sort of smell when those two things fit together, okay? The second thing, second example I wanted to show you of lock and key, right? If you have this sort of puzzle box here, right? And it has this receptor, right? This area where I can put a puzzle piece. If I put the puzzle piece in the wrong way, or I don't have the right puzzle piece, it won't fit together. But as soon as I put the right piece in place, it's going to snap together and it's going to fit, right? And when this happens, when you put the right molecule into the right site, then suddenly you get a smell, right? Once that molecule fits into the receptors in your nose, it says, hey, there's something in there. There's something that I have received, right, that I can smell now. Then it sends a signal to your brain with the neurons, the nerves in your brain, and that triggers a smell, right? So Miss Marnick talks about this a little bit in her video and does a good job explaining it, but I just wanted to kind of break down the words receptor site theory for you, talk about how molecules fit into smell and how their shapes can affect smells. So good luck on the readings and the video today. Tomorrow you will do the assignment as always. This will be our last assignment in Unit 2, Section 2. So make sure to work hard on this, and then you'll want to start studying or preparing for the quiz, or you're going to want to start building your molecule to have that ready to submit on Tuesday. Okay? If you have any questions, as always, I have my virtual office hours from 1:30 to 2:30. Please come by and ask me any questions, or you can email me as always. Hope to see you all tomorrow for our class meetings. Stay safe, stay positive, and keep working hard. I will see you all tomorrow. Let's get a 1, 2, 3. Clap on me.